One More Game, presented by Hoosier Pickleball. I'm your host, Matt Brannenberger, alongside my beautiful wife,
Hey.
Abigail. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Your hair's looking good?
Thank you, it's washed.
Way to go.
Thank you.
You did tell me we were not doing another podcast until you washed it. That's why we've had a 3-week hiatus.
Pretty
Just
much.
kidding, yeah. But yeah, it's good to be back.
Yeah.
Lots happened.
We have some, I feel like everybody has a Nationals recap, and so we're going to do ours. Even though we're, a week and a half post,
Yep.
our opinion still matters.
I think so. I hope so. We can see also we are at the beautiful Ace Pickleball Fort Wayne location, and we've made progress since the last time. Courts are like 5 layers out of the 9 that are going to go down, so they're looking really good.
I am thrilled.
Yeah, we're talking, you and I might be out here getting a little early play in, soon, within the next
can't wait.
couple weeks.
Let's do it.
We're looking to open up sometime in January, so super excited. A lot to do though. Following Nationals, I went to Atlanta for training at our ACE headquarters there in Roswell, Georgia, and it was a long 2 weeks for me, for sure.
It was long for you. You're a homebody, and that's hard for you.
Besides your dirty hair, that's also why we had not recorded in a little while. So, but this episode is going to be focused on Nationals, the recap of that, and then talking about my training experience as well.
And we have some really good takeaways for you, so don't fast forward us or turn us off.
Right.
We have some learning experiences that we think are valuable for everybody.
Yeah.
On how to play a better game of pickleball.
For sure. So let's get right into it. So let's kind of do a good, bad, and ugly from Nationals.
Yeah.
So start with the good. What were the positive takeaways that you had from Nationals?
I think overall the Pickleball Boulevard was really cool. The vendors, just the general atmosphere was really fun. Seeing a lot of people that we know. Just overall, that was. They did I feel like they really did try hard.
Yeah.
I'm going to give them that.
Yeah. The effort was there for sure.
The effort was there.
There were a couple things we'll get into that I would say could have been better in terms of the effort, but overall, I'd also say the good is just the sheer amount of people that came. Pickleball has grown to the point. I would love to know who tried to get into Nationals and wasn't able to.
Right.
Because it felt like a huge number of people.
Right. We had 55 teams in our bracket, and there was a team on the waiting list. So
really?
there was
okay. So there was a waiting list.
One couple did not get in.
Yeah. How many courts total? Like 60 plus courts. Yeah. And it was a nice facility.
Yeah.
It really was, and in a decent area. I would say, obviously, we missed Indian Wells. Being out in California, it's like paradise in Palm Desert, Palm Springs. So
yeah.
One other good thing, let me say, is just being there with our friends from Fort Wayne.
Yeah.
We get a house, an Airbnb together, and it's just always fun to be there. Kind of segueing into the bad, compared to past years where we were together a lot, playing cards in the evening, hanging out. The days were so long.
Because the brackets were so big, people were playing till 11 o'clock at night.
I think there was one day.
1 a.m.
1 a.m. Some were playing.
Which they shut down the shuttles, they shut down the food, they shut down the medical tent.
Yeah.
That's
not ideal. You can't have
that's not great.
Yeah. So.
But the bad.
What else on the bad?
This is something that I will forever think is my number one bad thing, which is it was hard to watch our friends. I'm there to watch our friends. At Indian Wells, you can sit in the stands and watch close. At Nationals this year at Brookhaven, you had to peek through fences, and you're 7 courts away. Well, maybe 4 courts away, but you're like, I don't know what's going on over there. I can't see the score. And so I think that was my number one thing. I'm there to cheer on my friends, and we couldn't a lot. So that's
totally
okay.
agree. That was hard. Other bad was just.
This will come up later, but the refs went home. If the bracket went on too long, the refs went home.
Right.
So there were lots of unreffed matches, which are getting more and more important.
Yeah.
All the matches are important, but you're getting closer to the gold medal.
Right. Need a ref.
You need a ref.
For sure.
Put a pin in that.
Yeah. We will talk about that a little bit later. And then the ugly. There's only one thing you can say about the ugly, and that was the toilet. The toilet situation was ridiculous.
They needed more.
Right.
And I think that's one of the reasons why they were so disgusting. Because they were like 7.
The sheer number of them.
But if there were more, they wouldn't have been as disgusting.
For sure. And
more water, too.
More water too. It was hard to get to the water. Those were kind of the ugly things, the really important things.
Really important. Bathrooms and water.
You need
our life.
Right. Literally, you need in life to survive water.
So.
And you need to be able to go somewhere to the bathroom. I was ready at one point to like go behind a tree.
You were.
It was like next to a golf course, and
You're
we'll
like,
do that.
Just go pee on the golf course.
Dudes will do that on the golf course and
I didn't know
go
that.
behind a tree.
So let me ask you this. I mean, would you go back?
That's a great question. I want to say, like, out of principle, no.
Right.
But when push
I'm a
comes to
no.
shove, you're a no for sure.
No.
So I'll go by myself.
No.
But when push comes to
know.
shove, I don't know, all our friends are there and we want to play at nationals. I think there will be other national events though. I'll just be interested to see what the next year like brings. So I'm in probably not. It's hard when you've been to Paradise at Palm Desert in Indian Wells and to go where it wasn't the same. So
and if we would have played very poorly and been 2 and out, we would have hated every minute of it, but we didn't. And so that kind of redeemed it. So isn't it any tournament, some of the feedback is how well you played and how well you did.
Right. Like
and we did well.
We were, and we'll get into it, but we were like on the cusp of medaling,
Out of
even
55 teams.
even a gold medal. Yeah. So like there is the part of me that's like, I want us to get that medal at nationals.
I know.
So it'll be hard to say no to it, but we'll see.
Yeah. So what's your rating? What do you rate it 1 to 10?
So like I would say a 5 until we played well on Sunday, and that bumped it up to like a 7.
7. Okay.
So that's about where I'd put it. I mean, I'm glad we went. I wouldn't like change it. There were just things about it that I would change.
Right, and what the people need to know is us planning in a getaway for the two of us involves so much planning beforehand that I typically can't even be excited about a vacation until I'm actually there because I have to arrange all the things for 5 kids and 2 dogs. Yeah. So that's huge.
For sure. And 5 kids, 2 dogs. And then on the back end of that, you came home by yourself and I went to Atlanta for training, and
for
it was just, it was a lot for sure.
It was a lot.
So thinking of all of that, maybe that takes me from a probably to a maybe. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
Time will tell.
Yeah.
And we will keep you updated if we'll be back at nationals next year.
Yeah. Let's talk about our play.
Yeah, let's get into it. So to go through the week, we get in on Thursday night, and
it's raining. Everybody's angry.
Everybody's angry. Some people were ready to like jump off a ledge. It was just bad.
And we were kind of like,
we'd heard bad things going into the week.
Facebook was full of.
Oh my gosh, of just nonsense. I mean, it wasn't as bad as people made it out to be, but it was bad. It was bad. There were the porta potties, not to harp on it. That was bad. But usually, like again, to contrast it to Palm Springs, to Indian Wells, we were like, you get in, it's like out
paradise.
of the cold, and it's paradise.
It was freaking cold in Texas.
Yeah, it was cold in Texas. It's raining, so we didn't get it. We were hoping to play Thursday night to kind of warm up. You go into Thursday's play cold. Friday's play for women's.
Yeah, it was one of those things where like I'm not a professional traveler. I didn't play Wednesday. I didn't get to move my body Thursday. I was on an airplane all day. Friday, 8 a.m., I have to play in a tournament. And I was like out of sorts. Like Becca was great. I love partnering with her.
Becca Shue is who you played with.
And it's kind of like, I was just blah. I felt like I couldn't get my act together. I'm better than that. And I was just really discouraged by my own brain.
Yeah.
I just didn't have a great day.
I mean, Becca would say this too. She wasn't at her best either. It's not like you were this anchor that was just awful. You both did not play great.
Yeah.
You weren't
But if one of us performed, you could bring the other person up. If I had performed well, I could. Anyways, it's fine.
You guys went 1 and 2, and it was not your best performance.
It wasn't great.
You were in a bad place after that.
I was in a bad place all week.
You were, yeah.
I was quitting pickleball.
Yeah, until I had to. We'll get into that a little bit later. So as you're playing Friday, I am progressively feeling more and more sick.
Right, so that's why I lost.
It was my fault?
No, so you could go home and sleep.
Oh, that was
you're welcome.
Kind of you. Thank you. So yeah, as soon as we got done, I was back in bed by like 5 and slept like until
like
6 a.m. the next morning. So I was like in bed. Thank you to my father, who's a physician, for getting me some meds. If we would have done drug testing, I probably would not have passed. I would just say that I was
it's not like you took like cocaine.
Right. Well, for sure.
I feel like we need to be very clear.
Right, but I took there was a lot of meds in my
system.
Prescription meds.
Okay.
For sure.
Yes.
So I thankfully felt a lot better on Saturday.
You were better.
But I wasn't able to hang out with you. You guys went out to eat. You guys were having a good time, and I'm laying in bed like ready to die. And thankfully, the next morning I took a bunch of airborne as well. So
you got your prednisone. You were good.
There was lots of stuff in my system, good enough so that I could stand up and play, fairly well. I wasn't at 100%.
You weren't 100%.
But I was playing decent. Jeff Coyle, my partner, who we had won nationals a couple years previous, also played very well.
You guys were fun to watch. Yeah. I thought you did very well. You played a good, solid game of pickleball.
We had 60-ish in our bracket as well. Yeah. We finished kind of right in the middle. We went 3-2. We did have a comeback. The first team we lost to, let me say, they played unbelievable. All credit to them.
Good.
They played the way that, honestly, when Jeff and I won nationals, that was how we played. Mm-hmm. And so it was tons of fun, to get to see somebody play that way, and they went very far as well. It just sucks when it's against you.
Right. But good things to look at and work on.
Absolutely. They played that slow game and really smart.
One of the big takeaways from all our Fort Wayne players, and even one of my friends was saying this last night after we played, is we're kind of known in the area of just being kind of hard hitters, bangers, if you will.
Yeah.
And we don't have the dinking stamina. And I think a lot of our Fort Wayne friends came away from nationals with, dang, I need to sustain dink, get to the line and sustain dink.
Yeah, not a couple dinks, but dink
low,
to set up,
good dinks.
To put away. Moving people around and
So
consistency.
The hard hitters does get you far, and that's definitely a skill to have.
Yeah.
But I just think at those higher, because the joke is everybody at nationals this year was a 5-0.
Yeah.
Everybody. So to get to that level, you have to be able to do certain things. Mm-hmm. So if you don't have a well-rounded game,
100%,
you're not going to be able to do well at a nationals.
Agree.
So that was good.
So we got put in the losers bracket, the opportunity bracket, by a team that played outstanding and did do that, slow down and did a fantastic job. Mm-hmm. And then in our first match in the opportunity bracket, we played a team that really shouldn't have lost to. And
you didn't lose to them.
We didn't lose to them.
But
it shouldn't have been close.
Right.
We were down 14-8.
We
had a phenomenal comeback. We had a lot of people cheering for us. That was a highlight for sure.
That was really fun.
The highlight of Jeff and I's day for sure was everybody cheering us back on, and we won that one then 16-14 or 15-17, I can't remember, but that was a lot of fun. Yeah. Then went on, I think we won one more, so we did end up 3-2.
Yeah.
So overall, it was good.
It was a good showing.
And then the rest of that day, we went out to eat with friends. I was feeling a lot better, thankful for that. And then I had to talk you off the ledge.
Mm-hmm.
You were in a very, very bad place.
Well, because it doesn't matter. I was not in a great place, so I was like.
And I was upset with you, if I'm being honest. I was like, I did. I was like, we've come all this way. We spent this money. We've done all of this. You cannot have a bad attitude going into Sunday. And thankfully, you woke up in a better mood, and we played great.
We did.
Sunday was about the best we've ever played together.
Well, it's also because you and I had a lot of conflict on the court leading up to that.
Right. Let me say that tournament, I'm going to go third person here. I hate third person. But Tournament Matt is
a great person.
He really is. He's such a nice guy.
Why do you have to reserve him for tournaments? Why can't he show up in rec play?
Well, here's the thing. In rec play, it's all about I view everything, right or wrong. I enjoy pickleball, and we'll get into this with a comment somebody made.
I
really do enjoy the game of pickleball and love the process, but I want everything is kind of centered around the tournament that's coming up, whatever tournament is next. Now, right now, we don't have any on the agenda, so I don't know what rec play Matt's probably will.
We played well last night.
Yeah, we did. It was fun, right? Yeah. But in rec play, it's constantly what can we do? What can we improve? How can we get better? And when it's tournament time, I'm not going to fix anything there, so there's no use of me being negative or pointing out things that we can improve on.
You should think that all the time.
But then we wouldn't get better. You're so cute. Okay. Moving on. That's
Anyways,
fine.
Here was our strategy. Yeah. This is really good. And maybe we had mentioned this before, but I think this is worth talking through with your doubles partner, that we had actually worked through who would take thirds based on who was serving. Yeah. Meaning we would respect the X. Meaning if I'm serving.
So you're let's say you're serving from the right side.
Right side. I serve to the right side. I am going to do my best to take that third.
Even though that might be
I
your
might
backhand.
come over,
yeah.
but I will take that third.
Now, let me say, your backhands, like drops,
are really good.
have been money.
Better than my forehand.
And so I don't know if that strategy works for everybody, but yeah, you really are able to take those thirds and do well with them
and then
on your backhand.
Are
and then
free to
right,
pounce.
then I can kind of be the free
the
safety.
Big presence on the court, yeah.
So then I can kind of roam around and look for those opportunities to poach.
But when you would serve, then you would, depending on the angle, but mostly the angle, you would take that third,
then
respecting
I would take
the
that
X.
third. Yeah. So we just kind of
worked
tried to
out.
think of, so respect the X, if you don't know what we mean by that, but it's just like kind of the person caddy corner or opposite diagonal.
Should be the one to take the ball. It's a better
should
angle.
Be, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, we were just
that
in a
worked
group.
well
We
for
were
us.
communicating well. So pre-point, we would always say, okay, I got thirds, you got thirds, and then we'd call it off for someone if it was obvious or if it was questionable. We were communicating well, and we were just in a groove. We were finding that. So we won our first 4 matches in 2 games each. Like we didn't even have to go to a third. We played great. We're in a groove, and then going back to some of the good, bad, and ugly, I'd put this in the bad category. We run into a team and we don't have a ref. And it's late Sunday. Understandably, refs are probably catching flights, getting out of there. They're tearing down the tournament, literally, as people are still playing, which is just to me kind of a bad look. Because these are the most important matches of our whole weekend, right?
We're getting close to the medal rounds here.
We're in the final 4 of the winner's bracket.
Right.
And the referee comes and delivers our basket and says, you guys are keeping score on yourselves, and off we go. And it was like, again, I don't want to make excuses, but it was bad.
Because okay, I will say, first of all, my dinks were off. I had been dinking so well all day. Somehow, I don't know if it was the 2-hour break. I'm not going to make excuses. I don't know.
Right.
I couldn't dink. I sucked at that.
Yeah.
So I played terrible. And then, I mean, if I am the linchpin of the right hand dinking, Matt can't recover from that. Like you can't. Anyways.
You didn't play as well. I didn't play as well. We got smashed in the first game. Yeah. Second game, I truly believe we were on pace to win that game and push it to a third, which who knows what happens in that. But at that point, we would have the momentum. We were up 5-1 in the second game before all hell broke loose. And here's the short story of it. Early on in the match, Abby had a call on the back line that was right in front of her. She was looking down the line because I was hitting the shot. I was moving backwards because I was in a poor position, if I'm being honest. And Abby saw it. I couldn't even make a call. So I was not going to call it out. Abby saw it clear as day, said out. The guy on the other side challenges and says, whoa.
Crappy about it.
It gets kind of crappy, like, oh, it looked like it caught the line. And that was like maybe 2 or 3 points in. And then from that point on, it was like he had a green light to make whatever call he wanted.
And we had no ref.
So
there was even the worst call. He literally, neither one of them even saw it. It was a foot
He's
in.
like, oh, his words were literally, I think that was out. And he like goes, oh, I think that was out.
And we're like, no, it wasn't.
It was in by a foot. Like it was a ridiculous call.
He then looks at the sidelines, sees one person.
Okay, be careful. But yes, when it happens, like we have some of our group, most of our group kind of sitting down the line, and they could see it, and they were like reacting like us, like showing us like this far in. And then one person who then their team went with was like, kind of put their finger up, like I think it might have been out. Like, dude, come on. Like it wasn't, first of all, and you don't even have a good angle. Don't give them fuel. They've been screwing us all game anyways. So anyways, So
the takeaway there is call for a ref, number one.
Yes.
Or I had thought about, after that really egregious call, his next serve was to me. I thought about catching his serve, calling it out, and then just saying, get yourselves under control over there.
Right.
But I didn't.
And actually, that's what our tennis friends who have more experience with this, like whole hooking, as they call it, thing, said that we should have, like, that's kind of like the unwritten rule of what we should have done, is had like a egregious call back at them and then said, are we done with this? Can we just play pickleball now? I hate that. But
and then they reported the score wrong.
So on paper, if you check, it'll be like, you lost 11-1, 11-2. It was, I think, did we get 5 or 6? I don't know. But we were up 5-1 in that second game, and we end up losing. So anyways, live, learn. lose, learn. So it was a good
Yeah.
learning experience. Then we go into the losers bracket. That did not go great. We played against a banger, and like we talked about, we got to learn to deal with bangers, and we also have to learn
Well, everybody
to slow that down.
everybody who knows me knows that's my weakness, and I'm getting a lot better at dealing with bangers. But this was such a high level banger.
He was.
That, I mean, he played pro singles.
Right.
He played pro singles.
Yeah.
So
Right.
he just was really good, and his ground strokes were pretty amazing, and
Yeah.
I could not handle them.
So when we talk about winning or learning, let's talk about two things that were my takeaways
Okay.
from how I want to approach bangers more in the future. And I'm
Yeah.
not saying this is like the key that will unlock every banger, but first of all, you've got to get your returns deep.
Yep.
So we've talked about maybe a couple drills to do there is just really concentrating on that. His pacey serve, like it had a lot of pace to it, set up a tough return on our part. So even if you can't emulate that kind of serve, then have maybe a partner stand and serve you from the kitchen line,
Right.
harder shots, and then really practice on getting them back deep. I
Yeah.
even said I wouldn't have minded. I hate missing returns because that's a free point, right? But I would not have minded if you or I would have
Yeah.
hit a couple returns out. If
Just
that
trying
would
to
have
get
meant,
along, yeah.
if that would have meant that on average we were closer to the
Yeah.
back line, because that set him up to come forward and
So
really
his-
unload.
Yeah, his deep serves, his deep hard serves set him up for success.
Yep.
So yet again, deep serves, deep returns.
Yeah. Apologize for the beeping right now.
Sorry.
The construction is ongoing here at Ace Pickleball, but it's all good. The other takeaway I have is we were so focused on trying to get away from him that beeping is really obnoxious. I'm sorry. We were staying on his forehand. So instead of going to his forehand and then going back behind him, he was coming way far over. I mean, you give me a hard time sometimes, but he was taking as much of the court as possible. And his partner, she was very solid, but he was hitting those forehands, and we would keep going, trying to get to her more and more, and he kept coming over. We should have been going behind him more.
Yeah.
You know, you did make the comment that we tried his backhand,
And he whipped it around.
He
I
did.
was like, dang,
but we tried it once.
I know.
We should have been.
Okay.
We should have been doing it
I
more.
know, live and learn.
Live and learn. Okay.
Okay.
Quick break.
Yeah,
Okay. Maybe the beeping will stop.
maybe.
And then we'll come back. We've got a couple more things from nationals, and then we've got some really funny stories to get into, and then we will wrap everything up.
Okay.
All right. Right after this.
Parents, your teen driver or soon-to-be driver looks to you for guidance on safe driving techniques.
Drive Alive is an organization dedicated to young driver safety. Visit our website at drivealiveindiana.org to view videos designed to facilitate conversations between parents and their teen drivers.
Topics include getting to know your vehicle, understanding car insurance, simple car maintenance, and what to do if you just had an accident.
Visit drivealiveindiana.org to learn more. Welcome back to one more game presented by Hoosier Pickleball here at the beautiful Ace Fort Wayne location that is getting close. We're getting close to being ready. You and I might be out on those courts
I
before
can't
too
wait.
long, checking
So
them out,
so
trying them out.
excited.
So yeah, put a bow on nationals. It was a good week overall. Had some ups and downs.
Did we say we finished 5th out of 55
Yeah.
teams, and we lost to ultimately the silver and the gold medalists.
Yep.
So
And I will
I'm
even
not mad.
say third place we would have beaten, fourth place we would have beaten had we played them,
Yeah.
but we didn't get a chance to. So
all right, yeah.
it is what it is. That's why I say maybe we go back next year. We could do
Yeah.
better, for sure.
But all the drilling we're going to do here at Ace
Absolutely.
is going to make
That's
us
the key.
such great players.
Learning to deal with the bangers and
Yep.
learning to do a better job with
Sustained
the
dinking.
sustained dink game. So one kind of funny story. So we're done Friday or Sunday night, and we have to get up early Monday morning to get to the airport for you to fly out. Me, not so much. We'll talk about that in a minute. But you had been very excited
I
about
had a
something
very exciting salad
On
in the refrigerator.
Friday night, and Abby, if you know my girl, she loves her food, and the girls know at home you best not mess with her leftovers if she has something, for sure. So
So true.
we are cleaning up on Monday morning, and Stan the man, who was in the house with us, Like,
He's doing a great job.
He is doing a great job, and above everybody else, he probably did more cleanup than anyone else.
So
this is an honest mistake. So not, Stan, if you're watching, not busting on you for this.
No, we're very thankful for all your hard work.
Absolutely.
But let me just tell you, I opened the fridge ready to eat my salad for
Right.
breakfast, and I literally went, because that's how I respond to my food missing.
Oh my gosh.
And I went, my salad.
And in Stan's defense, like a normal human being,
He's more normal than I am, yeah.
He probably looked and was like, oh, this is an old wilted salad that somebody probably forgot was in here and wouldn't want. So he threw it away.
In the trash can, outside. Outside trash can.
Yeah. So
what did Abby do?
Abby asked him, first of all, did you like open it up and dump it out, or did you just put the box inside of the trash can?
And he was like, it's still in the box.
And then Abby's like,
score.
Then I'm still in.
So I looked through every single, there were 4 big of the big bins, waste management bins. I dug through all of them, and I found my salad.
Was it on the 4th one that you found it?
I found my salad. Well, I didn't go through the recycle one.
So you were like a freaking raccoon.
I was a raccoon.
Digging through the trash.
I am opening trash bags in the thing.
Goodness.
I'm digging.
I wish I would have taken video of that.
I ate that salad.
I'm sure you did. I'm a little, and I kissed that mouth. Kind of gross. I'm not a germphobe, but that
was delicious.
I'm sure.
That's one funny story.
Okay. We have more?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Well, so let's go through then. Okay. We'll get to some of the other funny stories, but we go to the airport.
Yeah.
You fly out like at 8 a.m.
Yeah.
You get like rushed, so I'm thinking I'll be able to check in with you, sit with you for a couple hours before your flight or whatever. And they're like, oh no, sir, your flight's not till 6 p.m.
We're there at like 8 a.m.
Right. You cannot go back until 4 hours prior to your flight. And let me just tell you, if you're not an airport expert like I feel like I am now, behind the gate or the TSA, once you check in, that's where airport paradise is, right? That's like the freaking Palm Springs of the airport.
Through the gates of like, I see paradise.
Where baggage claim is where I was relegated to for the day. Not good. No. Even the furniture, it was like had this film, which I hope was a cleaning solution on it that was sticky, and that's how I had to like sit on for like 6 hours. It was
probably dirtier than the trash can I got my salad out of.
100%. You probably would have eaten your salad off of that bench.
Probably.
But it was disgusting. And that was a long day in the airport, which preceded a long week in Atlanta. Training was great.
Yeah.
If anybody of my friends from ACE corporate headquarters are listening, they did a phenomenal job. The training was great. It was a hard week.
A homebody.
For sure. And after being gone for nearly a week, several days, then having to go back to back, it was poor timing. So it was a long week. I got emotional. A couple times the girls like sent texts, and I got like choked up.
So
I was sad. I missed everybody.
Aww.
And they missed me.
They missed you.
Yeah. And it was really sweet to come home and
Good.
Absence makes the heart grow fonder. It is true. So.
Right. How will I ever miss you if you don't leave?
Right. And in the meantime, you were like busy selling houses.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
Great job. Congratulations on.
I was definitely super busy that
couple
week,
houses sold. Yep. Putting money in our bank account. Appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Appreciate you. What else do you want to talk about? I could go into details.
Hey, we have a video review.
What's that?
We have, on Jimmy Fallon or who reads the roast, they roast themselves.
Oh, yeah.
So we have a video comment.
This actually was just like yesterday we found this out. And like somebody had posted video, so kind of back to nationals, of our play against one of our matches against, this is one of the teams we played really well.
We did.
I think we kind of glazed over that, but our first 4 matches, we didn't play like slouches. We played a couple teams that were legit.
Yeah.
And these were like 5-0 players. Duper 5-0s, and they played well. Yeah. We played better.
Yeah. Yep. We didn't give them their talent, what they're
right.
good at. We withheld that.
Yeah, this dude was like kind of a court hog.
He was a lefty.
We made him fight over balls in the middle, and it was good.
It was great. So anyways,
so here's the video comment.
They posted the video.
Yep.
So then somebody makes the comment, and so Matt and I are the opponents. Somebody makes this comment. That guy on the other team was not having a good day. feel like the woman enjoys the game but can't live up to his expectation. He needs to learn to appreciate the time together with his woman. Relax more and enjoy the game. When you have fun, you play better.
Okay. So, there's a couple different theories here. And here's what I'm going to say. No way that you're talking about me.
I agree, because you looked great.
I was having a great day.
You were.
We beat them soundly.
Right,
Not soundly.
in 2 games.
But we beat them. So I think he was talking, the commenter was talking about the guy on the other team.
Okay.
However, you said, well, he's a subscriber to
his channel.
To that guy's channel.
I don't know. Because I agree with you. You look like you were having fun. We had a great time together.
Yeah.
I don't see, but I was dying laughing.
The only video evidence of anybody getting frustrated was him getting kind of frustrated with her. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to my grave saying that comment did not have to do with me. Could that comment, I have enough self-awareness, that comment could pertain to me on any given day in any given match. It could.
It could.
I don't think it did in this instance. But still, we had a lot of fun with that. We were with our friends, kind of doing our pickleball Friendsgiving after play last night, and we were laughing pretty hard.
We were dying.
That's
dying.
pretty funny. So
Feels like the woman enjoys his game but can't live up to his expectations.
again,
That's not wrong.
Guilty 95% of the time. I don't think in this case. So
I agree with you.
yeah.
Not
so
in this case.
what's our commenter's name? I would love to hear from
Gravity Race RGT.
Okay.
Gravity Racer GT.
Okay, whatever. I want to hear from Gravity Racer. We need to get him on the pod and do a
We
real.
just need to know, who were you talking about?
Who were you talking about? Can I reply? Let's reply to that comment and ask.
Okay.
And we'll update
I
the
thumbed up
you,
this comment.
I'm sure you did. I am sure you did. Okay, that's fantastic. That might be my second favorite story. The one other story that I thought was hilarious.
I just love your initial response. So I am taking all of your laundry from your whole week at training,
Roswell, yeah.
and I'm pulling it out of the washer, and I'm like, your laundry smells like peanut butter. And then I find like a jar of peanut butter without the lid.
Not a jar.
That makes it better.
Okay.
Just a jar.
No, I think it's better that it was this.
Like a squeezy pouch.
Yeah, it was a squeezy pouch, which I've never seen before. But when we were at Nationals,
I bought it, yeah.
Abby bought picture like a little kid's squeezy pouch of like applesauce, the little babies.
This is squeezy.
It was peanut butter, but it was like giant, like pretty big. But it was a perfect amount for our
couple
week.
days, yeah.
And okay, I'm gonna.
So the funniest part of this is I'm like, why does your laundry smell like peanut butter? I'm like, Matthew, you put peanut butter in the washer. Matt's first response, ugh, I blame my mom for this. And I am immediately offended because I'm like, why do moms get all the blame for everything?
Right. No, but anybody who's listening to this and knows my mother, I love my mother. Shout out to Betty Brandenberger. I get a component of like my OCD from her of not being wasteful. And to me, I remember I had this moment. So I had transported said peanut butter from Dallas to Atlanta, and I had it, there in my hotel room, and had used it a couple times when I had some milk.
I just picture like,
just squeeze the pouch of peanut butter. It was kind of great. It even had like a little nipple that I could, peanut butter nipple. What is better? This is going off the rails, but I don't care. So listen, I had this moment of remembering, like even seeing the future. I didn't see the laundry in the future. What I saw was, do I pack this and take it home? Because there, in all honesty, was not a whole lot of peanut butter left. But there was enough that it felt wasteful. And my mom, if she's listening, would be like, yes, Matthew, I agree.
That's how I raised you.
Don't waste the peanut butter. So in that moment, I was
like,
like,
your wife is like, throw that in the trash
I was like,
can.
so I thought, I don't want it to get like all like over my suitcase. So I wrapped it up in my dirty clothes within there and put the tube and everything inside the pile of dirty clothes. Well, then when I get home and I throw all the dirty clothes in the washer, totally forgot about the peanut butter, and it goes with the laundry. And
we have to wash it multiple times.
I wash it 4 times.
But I don't hate the smell of peanut butter, so I think you should just.
I love peanut butter. I don't want to smell like peanut butter, and it's all my pickleball clothes.
Straight peanut butter.
And the fact you can't even smell, and you can
smell the
smell
peanut
it.
butter.
I'm like, oh my goodness. I washed it 4 times. I think it's in my head now. Like, it probably doesn't even smell like peanut butter now.
I should sniff it.
You should.
But to note, don't do stuff and then blame your mom. Take ownership. Take ownership.
Okay, I take ownership, but I also am 50% her genetics, and it's those genetics that made me the way I am. So, sorry. All right. Is that it? We're just going to end with the peanut butter story. Yeah. So this is a random podcast, but a lot of fun.
Delightful.
There were some good moments for sure. But yeah, Nationals was great. Don't put peanut butter in your laundry, and beware of random commenters who throw shade on you for no reason. So.
That was awesome.
All right. Okay. Anything else?
Should we end with something we love?
Oh yeah, we always do.
About it?
Man, well, okay. Yeah.
I love Thanksgiving.
Oh yeah. It's Thanksgiving week. By the time you're listening to this, it's already been Thanksgiving. Thank you. Thank you for Thanksgiving.
Thank you.
I hope you're thankful. Hope you had a wonderful Thanksgiving. We will be back in a couple weeks, sure. Right? Yeah. I'm thankful. What am I thankful for? What do I love? I also love Thanksgiving. What about, maybe have it be a specific thing. What do you love about Thanksgiving?
The food.
Okay. First and foremost. You can eat any salads out of the trash?
I'll eat anything out of the trash.
As long as it's in its package.
Yeah.
I'll go with the football. And this year, there's the first ever Black Friday game. Ooh. So literally Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, there will be football.
Ohio State plays Michigan.
Ooh. What's your prediction?
I have no idea.
Can you name 3 players in Ohio State? But still, go Bucks.
Still OH.
Okay. Not finishing it for you. N-O. Ouch. All right. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you hopefully in 2 weeks on one more game. Bye-bye. As always, we want to thank our sponsors, Hoosier Pickleball, Drive Alive Indiana, Pickleball Rocks, Ace Pickleball, and Wheeland Real Estate. Reach out to Abby B for all your buying, selling, investing, and other real estate needs. In addition, a big thank you to the Ace Pickleball Studio in the world-famous Spiece Fieldhouse. Please make sure to subscribe wherever you get your podcasts or find us on YouTube at One More Game Pod. That's the number 1 More Game Pod. Hit that subscribe button and be sure to leave us a 5-star rating to help us spread the love. You can also find us on Facebook and TikTok at Hoosier Pickleball for all kinds of fun tips, tricks, and other family shenanigans. Thanks again for listening, and we will see you next time.